Hello everybody. Happy Sunday to you. How you doing? Hope you are good. This is your girl Olori now one, popularly known as the $10 trader girl. The $10 trader girl. Yeah, the fact that we fund our account with $10 doesn't mean that we use the whole $10. Risk to reward is very important even with our small capital. Yeah, so guys, over the weekend I try to add more confidence to our trading so that it can be so that it will look more easy, because make the chart so simple so that your trading journey will be very smooth. When you complicate your chart, then your chart start looking somehow that you don't even understand. So what are we doing here? You guys know, over the weekend I tried to add higher time frame from monthly, higher the highs and lows of monthly and highs and lows of weekly, and then I moved to 4 hours to add, so that even when we are trading, as a swing trader, we'll be able to take our trade to a very significant level. But at the end of it all, I see that most time the trade will not get there before reversing back. I did one yesterday. I took that trade. The trade was in profit, although I came out, my mind told me that I should come out of that trade. I'm already in profit, risking $1 to about, I think, $10 or $12 thereabout. So when the thing was retracing back to $10, I had to come out from that trade, risking $1. Yes, I was risking $1 something cents on that particular trade. So I had to come out, and then I came out, and then I was now looking at what the market will do, if it will eventually get to the weekly highs or weekly close or weekly open that I mark out from my weekly and monthly time frame. But only for me to come out from that market, and then boom, the market started dropping, reversing or retracing back. In short, it even went as far as coming to my XL. If I had left that trade, I would have come out in loss. So I said no, it's better I just remain with this my trading strategy, using the break of structure on my 4 hours and waiting for a retest back to the zone that breaks that structure. So that is why we are back here with that's why you are seeing me trading the same thing. So after everything, I went back trading the same thing, because I think this is the best way for me to trade. Every other one I try to put in place are not really working for me. I don't know, you can decide to backtest, you can decide to check it, the monthly highs and low, and then you come to weekly highs and low, you mark the close and the open, the high and the low. So you did the same with weekly, and then you move to 4 hours and see if you are able to trade it very well, it's fine. But I've tried it and I see that no, I am not able to trade it very well, and then I just came out, because I did a back test. I did twice. I did a back testing twice, and the first one I came out, and then it came back to my entry. In short, it came back to my stop loss, and then the other one, yes, this afternoon, took me out on SL. It took me out. When I saw what it was doing, I was risking $3, but I had to quickly remove $2 and left it with $1. And by the time I remove my money and see what was happening, even if I had put $10, I would have been stopped out of that market. So that is why I said always risk what you can afford to lose. In short, no amount of money is there for us to lose. But then again, this is Forex. You use money to find money. So let's move back to our normal way of trading. This is V10. So you guys know this was what happened last week. We had this break of structure, but we did not take this trade just because the trade did not retrace back to our 61.8 level. So that was why we did not take this trade. We were expecting the market to give us a rejection on this level here. We are expecting a rejection from this level, but what happened? The market did its rejection from 50% area. So that was why this sell that happened, we did not take this sell. So now we are hoping that we can find another entry here for a break of structure. Even though we had a break of structure, let's move to 1 hour. Even though we had a break of structure here, and then the market came several times to reject that area. So far, so you see that the strategy is working really well. So I'm sticking to this strategy, and I'm not adding any other conferences again. So it's just this 4 hours that I'm using. So same thing I did here. Here we had a break of structure here, we had a break of structure here, and if you look this place is an area of resistance. When you come up a bit, this place is also an area of resistance. Our support and resistance traders are the one eating from V100S since last week now, a bit 2 weeks now. This is 4 hours. So the support and resistance trader are the one eating from this market. So we just want this market to be one to let it be, because when I saw this break of structure here, I came here and then I waited for my entry. It didn't give me that entry that I was looking for, but rather see what it has been doing. So I want to let this market go so that I wait for a better breakout and retest. So that's what we have on V100S. And on V10, so this is what we have here. We had this break of structure. We are waiting for the market to, since this area is no longer valid. This area is no longer valid just because of the market has been, this zone has been tested, so it's no longer valid for us to wait for our market. So rather we prefer to just mark out and wait for 61.8 level. So it's better we wait at this level. It's better wait at this level for a rejection. It's better wait at this level for a rejection. So we are going to wait at this level for a rejection because the market, this place has been violated, so it's no longer valid for us to take our sell from there. So it's better wait. If there's any retracement back, we'll wait, and if we did not get any retracement, definitely this is what we are going to be waiting for: a breakout from this zone and a retest. So this is for those that will not be able to attend our class. So that's why I said let me do it today, so that you can keep your eye, you can mark it down, and then have patience enough, because that is what we are lacking when it comes to forex. So it's either the market come back to our 61.8 level on fib and continue the sell, or it did something like this, a breakout from this zone and a retest back, then we can join the buy to wherever point it wants to take us to. So that's what we are, these are the things we are expecting on V10. Then we'll move to jump 10. Jump 10, I was in this trade and I came out and I felt very, very angry. I felt very angry when I came out, even though I knew that if this market is going to sell to some point. And then I came out. Anyways, I didn't come out in loss, but I came out in profit. At least we have a strategy and it's working for us really well. So you see, if you come to this area here, we had a breakout here and we had all this retest here, but the market still came back for us. It came back to our level of 61.8. And when you see this market, it came the first time, even though it went above it. The second time it came, it rejected it, and then now it gave us a nice rejection. Even this is the kind of rejection we had always want to have. This is the kind of rejection candle we always want to have, because when we enter a sell here and our stop loss here, the amount we are risking is not always much, and then we are getting getting something tangible. Because if I thought we are going to take this trade, our TP has been hit, because usually our TP is always on this area here. This is where we have our TP. So our TP has been smashed. So what are we waiting for now? This market is done with this area. Here is where we are waiting for a proper breakout and a retest back. Then we'll continue the sell, or we wait for a 61.8 and continue to join the sell if the sell is going to continue to this level, to this level here. This level, I knew that the market was going to sell to this level, but you just have to, this is forex. Forex will mess you up at times. It makes you look like you don't even know what you are doing, but you keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. That is just it. That is what forex wants. So now we move to 75x. This is 75x. So as usual, you guys know the drill, our strategy. We had this breakout here. The market has been ranging for some time too, but finally we had this breakout here. So what are we waiting for here? We're waiting for something like this to happen, a retest back to this zone, and a continuation of the buy. A retest back to this zone and a continuation of the buy. So this is what we are waiting for. And where will our TP be? For you that are always asking, our TP is going to be somewhere here. This is where our TP is going to be. So at least you can be able to know where your TP is. And if the market passes this our zone, what are we going to do? We bring out our fib and measure it to the area where the retracement starts from, and measure it, yes, and mark out our 61.8 on the fib and wait for our rejection candle on that zone. So that is that for that on V75. If you go to 1 hour, you see what is happening here. You see what is happening. We are waiting for it to come back here, or probably come down a bit and then continue the rejection. Yeah, continue the buy. So that is what we are waiting for on V75X. And on V25, this is what I am waiting for. I'm waiting for the market to come back. This market breakout, I think it was when we were having class. We were looking at it, and then the market did a breakout. And when the market did a breakout, this rejection candle that he gave us, we were not pleased with this rejection candle here. This is not the type of rejection candle we used to trade. That is why we are not in this buy. The rejection candle that he gave to us was not our kind of rejection candle. That is why we did not take this trade, because normally we take our trade from higher time frame for either 4 hours or 1 hour. But if we had come to 1 hour, the market would have stopped us out the first time, and maybe the second time we would have used our fib to measure this level and would have been in the trade. Would have used our fib to measure this level, and what happened from here to here, it came back and retest, and see, boom. And I said I was going to, on Friday, but I didn't show up on Friday. I said I was going to explain to you how you can trade this on 1 hour if you cannot wait for 4 hours. But it's just that when you use 4 hours, it's more stronger. So this is it. It came back and retested it. So our TP would have been here on 1 hour. Our TP would have been here on 1 hour. Here, this side here on 1 hour. So from here to here, you would have make out something. Imagine you enter 2 positions. This is on 1 hour. Enter 3 or 4 positions depending on your capital, because risk to reward is very important in this area. So that is it. But for now, this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting the market to fall back here, and let's see if it's continue a buy or it's going to continue a sell. But for now, this is what I'm waiting for. So I'm looking at this zone too. This area has been rejected the first time. So let's see if it's going to reject the second time. So there are some other things that we'll put in place to take this type of trade. So we don't just jump into it like that. There are other things we consider before we can take this type of sell. But for now, for now, this is what we are looking at on V25. We are looking at if it's going to come back here or it's going to continue the buy, and you know the drill. Then we'll move to V75, guys. So V75, see, this is what I said I was doing over the weekend. This is what I've been doing. I was putting some things in place, even though they align with my zigzag. But I don't want anything that is too much on my chart. So I don't want anything too much on my chart. This is it. This is our trade. We waited for this sell to come back to this zone here, but it did not. Rather, it respected this zone here. This is a break of structure here. It respected this zone, but we are still here waiting because we have a zone here. We are still waiting here for it to come and activate us on our zone. So that is what we are waiting for on on V75 rather. So on V75, you see, we have this zone here, this zone here. So if you let's go to 1 hour, you see, we have this zone, this area here. So, and we have this zone here. We have this zone here. So a breakout and a retest could do that. Other things that will look, we don't just take buy, because if you look at this, you see that this is not our strategy. Normally our strategy is we want to see a break of structure, just something like this. We are waiting for this market. Since there's a break, we're waiting to sell this market to continue. If we are to enter this trade, we would have been in this trade by now, because we already seen our rejection candle. Even though this area did not test our 61.8, you see the area did not test our 61.8. It did not validate. It invalidated our zone. This is 1 hour. It invalidated our zone and still did not test 61.8. So this type of trade, we don't have trade here. We don't have trade here. We'll just wait and see how it plays out. I don't want to force trade, because forcing trade will make you end up losing your money. Forcing trade will make you end up losing your money. So this is what we have on V75 on 4 hours. So you can, if you might take the buy, and then before you know it, you get stop out. But if we want to take this buy, this is what we wait for. Wait for this high to be taken out. Wait for this high here to be taken out. If at all we are going to join any buy, a push up to this point and a retest back to this point, and then we can now look to join the buy. This is the type of setup that we always wait for in order to join the trend of the market. So at least we are convinced enough that the buy has started. But for now, we cannot join because the market can decide to pull back and then stop us out. We don't want to chase trade. We want trade to come to us. So this is that on 75, and we are now on Euro USD. Let me see if it's going to open because today is weekend. Okay, yes, fine. It's open. So these are the things I was putting together to see over the weekend. But I think I am not interested. Rather, I prefer to do my thing my way. Guys, this is what I am talking about. This is what I am talking about. Even though this is not a type of rejection. I saw this on Friday. Because it was Friday, I don't want the market to close on me. That is why I did not take this trade on Friday. And though this is not our type of rejection candle, guys, if you know, this is not our type of rejection candle. Let's make sure. Okay, so let's see if the market is going to give us a sign that the sell have started, or if it's going to come to our 68 to reject the zone. So let's watch and see what will happen tomorrow, be Monday, on Euro USD. This is what we have on Euro USD. So let's go to gold because we also trade gold. On gold, this is what we have on gold. This is what we have on gold. This is what our chart look like. We like to see our chart really plain. We don't like to see a complicated chart. We want to make our chart as simple as possible. Where's our zigzag? Our zigzag is not coming up. Oh, now maybe so. But this is a break of structure here. You see that this area has been rejecting so many times. This area, we had a break of structure here, and we even have another break of structure here. So this is the zone where we are waiting to sell from. This is the zone we are waiting to sell from. If at all gold is going to continue the sell, if at all gold is going to continue the sell, this is where we are open to sell from. So that's just it. Imagine the area tested it the first time, came back, you see, and TP smashed, then we went again, gave us another, you see, and this is 4 hours time frame. This is 4 hours time frame. Let's go to 1 hour and see clearly. This is our 1 hour. You see, this is our 1 hour. This is 4 hour. So on 1 hour we have our, if you are using 1 hour, this is where you are waiting for the market to come. The first time it did not come, it did not get there. But what happened? The next time it rejected, gave us the rejection candle, and then the moment we enter the trade, our TP is somewhere here. Our TP is here. Our TP is here. Okay, it has not matched our TP before it starts moving up. It doesn't match our TP, but from here to this place, you should have used break even. You should have used break even from here, from the moment you enter your sell, from this close, the close of this 4 hours rejection candle, up until this point. You should have been, you should, even when the market was about to retrace back, let's assume you are not in the market when all this was happening, and here you should have break even so that the market will not take you out again. So that is just that about that. Our strategy works on every pair, every stocks, every indices, every market. Just make sure that you are consistent using it. You don't start changing trade up and down because it stops you out. You should stick to it. That is the only way you can be profitable using one strategy. You can choose 2 pair. Me analyzing all this pair, I only trade 4. Okay, now I trade 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. Although I don't like trading 75, though I don't like trading 75, but I added 75 because of the live section I usually hold on TikTok every day from Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 12 p.m. So that is why I have these other ones included. I don't trade currency, I only do synthetic indices. All right, guys, that's that for that. Thank you so much. If you can make sure that you watch the video from beginning to the end so that you understand everything, and go to your chart and put them into practice. Thank you and have a nice day.